Avast me hearties, and welcome to the first episode of Dungeon Dives. In this video we'll be going over the quests, bosses, loot, and tips and tricks for the first dungeon Alliance players will encounter, the Deadmines. But without further ado, let's go spelunking. But first, every great adventure needs some quests. The quests Oh Brother and Collecting Memories are both picked up off of this dwarf and the Dwarven District. Both of these quests have you killing elite mobs outside of the dungeon, and we'll talk more about this later. Underground Assault is another quest picked up by a gnome in the Dwarven District. It's a simple quest where you just gotta pick up an item from one of the bosses. Not really any reason not to get this one. Red Silk Bandanas has you gathering red silk bandanas, and you'll find it from a human at the top of the tower in Sentinel Hill. The Defias Brotherhood quest chain is going to be the main reason why you do this dungeon. It offers stupidly good gear for any of the classes, but completing the quest chain can be difficult. You'll start by talking to this dude in Sentinel Hill, who then tell you to talk to this dude in Red Ridge, and then you go back to this dude in Sentinel Hill, who then tell you to talk to this dude in Stormwind, and then you need to go back to the guy in Sentinel Hill, and he'll tell you to find a neutral NPC called the Defias Messenger. Now this NPC is going to travel along this road, and you'll usually find him spawning in Moonbrook. Kill him, loot the letter, and then you have to escort the Defias trader. Now this is the worst quest ever. This is a notorious bottleneck for many players, especially on a fresh launch. You're going to see dozens and dozens of players all swarming around the trader spawn point and spamming right click to talk to him and accept the quest. You want to be in a group with 4 other people to increase your chances in sniping the quest and then escorting the NPC to Moonbrook. If nobody is around to help you do the quest, consider reaching out to find 1 or 2 other people to assist you, because the NPC can be annoying and run around and just pull a bunch of mobs. Once you've finally done all this, you get a quest for Van Cleef's head and you'll be ready to plunge into the mines. So you'll want to be around level 17 to 20 before you enter the mines to even really have a chance at finishing it. I strongly recommend you and your party group up outside of the entrance in Moonbrook, because if you all stagger in, people will die, get annoyed, and in general it will just be a horrible experience. Fighting through the mobs to even get to the instance portal is going to be a hurdle you need to jump. Just stick together with your party and don't run around like an idiot, and you'll get there eventually. The place is a maze, but if you just hold right and follow the wooden boards and the minecart rails, you'll get to this room, and you can cross this bridge to do Oh Brother and Collecting Memories. Since this is in the outside world, you may run into competing groups. If so, I'd skip these 2 quests, because you'll probably just waste your time when you could be focusing on finishing the dungeon instead. Since all 5 members of the party are going to need 4 union cards, you might be grinding skeletons for a while. This dungeon is going to be 1 to 2 hours long, so prolonging it by standing around and waiting for skeletons to spawn is only going to drag out this adventure.
Let's go, in and out, 20 minutes adventure.
Okay, you've made it into the mines and the fun hasn't even started yet. Follow the railroad and you'll discover the first boss of the dungeon.
Rhahk'Zor.
Right, Rhahk'Zor. Pull the boss away from the 2 ads so you don't have to fight them during the fight, and he's pretty much just a pushover. He hits you hard and has a lot of health. He drops Rock Slicer and his hammer, which is just a white 2-handed hammer. Is this some sort of out-of-season April Fool's joke or something? This will be a good time to mention that whenever you kill a boss in the Deadmines, a patrolling pack of elites will spawn behind you in the dungeon and patrol towards your location. You can choose either to avoid these packs or backtrack to kill them. After you kill the first boss, walk through the passageway and turn left to see if the rare NPC called Miner Johnson has spawned. He drops the Miner's Cape and the gold-plated buckler.
I love gold!
The next room you'll find is the Woodcutting Room. This is filled with goblin wood carvers who do a stun and frontal cleave. Pull these guys one at a time and have your tank face them away from your group. Also be mindful of the sneaky one that hides in the corner over here. He can be easy to miss, and if you pull him accidentally during the boss fight, it kinda sucks. Sneed is another pushover boss. You can kinda just ignore the abilities that he has, but when his shredder dies, he pops out and you have to kill him. He drops the Taskmaster's axe and the gold fleckled gloves. Don't forget to grab the quest item from him as well. I should also mention that this room has a chest right behind this wood. And you know what? This is a great time for a lesson in manners. If one finds a chest or a mining node, the proper gentlemanly thing to do is /roll in chat to see who wins it in a fair bet, or you can set up some sort of rotation. One who does not grant the party with such kindness and well-being and rushes forward to loot the chest is by all means a douchebag. Yes, I'm talking about you, rogue. Hey, what did I do? The next room is filled with these goblin engineers who summon these golems when aggroed. Focus the goblin first and be wary of other adds because they are in such close proximity to each other. The boss Gilnid is just another tank and spank, and he drops the smelting pants and the ravishly jeweled ring. There's a chest under the stairs as well. Further down, you need to pick up some gunpowder and use the cannon to blow open the next door. This will alert some Defias and they'll run over to fight you.
You there! Check out that noise!
Alternatively, you can have a rogue in your group picklock the door so you can sneak on in. Work your way up to the boat and you'll face Mr.Smite. Before you engage the boss, humans can use their racial ability to see the stealth adds he spawns just at the bottom of the walkway. Start the fight by standing in this general location and kill the adds as fast as possible before attacking the boss. The reason why you do this is because Smite stuns everybody for a short period of time when he drops to a certain percentage, and during that time, those adds could be wailing on you. The reason why you keep the fight over here is so Smite is busy running back and forth between you and the chest rather than smacking you with a hammer while you're stunned. After that, the fight is simple. Just hope that nothing goes too wrong. Can I get a little backup healer? I need some healing, please.
Wait, hold on, guys. I'm gonna be right back. Mom, I'm almost done. Please, come on. I know it's been 2 hours.
I regret doing this so much. When you eventually kill Mr. Smite, he drops Thief's Blade, Smite's Reaver, and Smite's Mighty Hammer. If you go left on the ship, you can kill Cookie. He's another boss that doesn't do much except for a poison dot that you can kinda just shrug off, and he heals himself every once in a while. He drops a rolling pin called Cookie's Tenderizer, his Stirring Rod, and a cute little cat companion. The pirate mobs here have a chance to drop a parrot pet that serves no use other than looking cute next to you as well.
Kiss.
Hey! Stop messing around and let's go!
My mom says I have 10 more minutes.
For the rest of the dungeon, you can cheese it pretty hardcore. If your healer in range jump onto this wheel, they can completely evade any of the NPC attacks when they hold threat. The tank will pull each mob down to this area, and if for some reason he's ever at low health, he can just jump onto the wheel and evade all the attacks so they can heal up. If for some reason this doesn't work for you, you can also use this cannon. After you clear all the trash, you can face the next boss. Alright guys, 2 more bosses left. The next one is a goblin, and I mean, we've killed so many of them. I feel like this is just gonna be a cakewalk. Oh my god.
That's a huge bitch!
So Captain Greenskin has a cleave and a poison, but you can just use the same sort of cannon or wheel strat with him as well. He drops the Black and Defias belt, the Emberstone staff, and the Impaling Harpoon. By the way, does this cave remind anybody else of the Goonies? Like, it's literally a giant pirate ship in the middle of a cave. Like, this has gotta be a reference, right? Anyways, now you can face the final boss of the dungeon, Van Cleef. He spawns 2 adds multiple times throughout the fight. Focus on CCing or killing these adds as fast as possible so you don't get overwhelmed by the second wave. Or you can just do the wheel strat again and tunnel the boss. Come on guys, can you please just come down from there? No! Please! Alright, fine. We'll come down if you do the truffle shuffle. Oh, come on. Do it! Fine. Now will you come down? Sure, why not? Wait, what are you doing? Congrats, you've killed the final boss. He drops the Cape of the Brotherhood, the Black and Defias armor, Corsair's overshirt, and the Cruel Barb. Don't forget to loot his head and the letter off his body and exit through the back entrance of the dungeon. Pat yourself on the back and enjoy all those rare items on your adventure to 60. Well, thank you so much for watching my video. This is the first of hopefully many dungeon guides in the future, and I'd love to see some feedback on what you guys thought. Huge thank you to Lagging Balls and Juden Lassiter for supporting me on Patreon, and you can too if you check out my link in the description. Follow me on Twitter, like, subscribe, and I'll see all you lovely people soon. Bye bye.